Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be doing a really highly requested video that I get DMs about all the time, which is audition advice for stage schools. I reply to as many of these as I can because I get them all the time, and so I thought I might as well do like a video of just me explaining everything, all the things you should know, or all the things I think you should know. So I hope this is informative and you guys enjoy. Yeah, let's get on. So the first thing I'm going to be covering is nerves. So I get nervous a lot through my whole life, always get very nervous. But one thing I've always been taught is try and use the adrenaline of excitement to drive the nerves. So rather than thinking it as, oh, I feel sick, I'm so nervous, think of it as I feel sick and determined because I'm just so excited to get through this audition. And also remember that you're doing something you love, so don't get yourself all worked up about it, because if you're getting yourself worked up, you're staying up every night practicing and you're feeling sick and you're puking. Maybe some people are very sick when they're nervous. Like, think, I'm doing this because I enjoy it, and the nerves, you're not going to enjoy the nerves. So just really turn it into excitement and just like drive for it. Don't you know, hold back on the, oh my god, like what they're going to think of me, blah, blah, blah. So this one isn't really just for colleges, but it's also for just like auditioning in general. Rejection is something that you'll probably encounter a lot in this industry. There's always going to be times where you're going to be there like, I'm obviously no good, like I'm obviously rubbish, blah 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 blah. And you need to remember it's not always about talent. Don't get me wrong, sometimes you just vocally aren't strong enough for a part, or your dancing's just not up to the pace it needs to be. But never focus on that, because most of the time it's like, sorry, the mum character that we've already cast is 5 foot, so you, 5'9", Kathy, you're just sadly not, you know, you're not going to be her child. And that's, you know, that's just the way it rolls. Like, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Like, if you're not physically, if you don't look right for the part, or you don't have the same colour eyes as one of the other people, or you're too similar to the best friend, you know what I mean? It always determines on other people as well, so never blame it all on you. And remember that, like, especially with college auditions, that sometimes you just walk into school and they see you and they're just like, they're amazing, they're talented, but they're just not what we're looking for. And that's fine, you know? Obviously it is always rubbish, especially if it's like your dream college and you walk in there and they're just like, yeah, no, not for us, sadly. But think about it, like, if somewhere else doesn't want you, if somewhere doesn't want you, somewhere else will. And you just got to always keep fighting, because you're going to get rejection a lot in this industry. And it's going to be rubbish, but, you know, never dwell on it. Never, because you are amazing. So what college should I audition for is one of the biggest questions you're going to ask yourself through the whole time that you're looking for training, because there are so many out there and they all are heading towards musical theatre, but they break off in such different ways. This is going to be one that's just completely like personal to you. Like, there's no right or wrong answer. Like, no one can sit there and say to you, you should go to this school. Because you could go, like, you could dream, it could be your lifelong ambition to go to Erdang, for example, and then you get there and it's just not the school for you, and you could be like, do you know what, no, I don't want to go to Bird. But then you could turn up at Bird and you'd be like, do you know what, this is like the most phenomenal school, like, I know this is the right school for me. So it's one of those things, it's just complete personal preferences. There were schools that I went to that I was like, do you know what, I'd really like to go here, and then I got there and I was like, it's good, yeah, it's fine, it's not everything it lives up to be. And you just get this feeling when you get to a school that you just know you want to train here. Like, as soon as I walked into EDA, I was like, yeah, I know this is where I want to go. You just need to remember that, like, it's not always like they're auditioning you and like you're only going to get into the schools if they want you. You have to always think like, do you know what, yeah, they are going to audition me and they might not want me, but also, do I want them? Like, they're going to be teaching you for what, 2 or 3 years, so do I want them? You know, you have to always think about it the other way as well. Like, sometimes you just, like, you'll get there and you'll meet the head of acting and you'll be like, do you know what, I really enjoy acting, but I don't think I want acting with him for 3 years, for example. So you have to always think about it. It's not just like the name, it's like what you're going to get out of it, and you just need to believe in yourself and trust yourself through the whole process. So with auditioning for colleges, I always say get in like the first couple of rounds of auditions. So obviously the big colleges, all the big ones, so Arts Ed, Lane, Bird, EDA, all of them, they have about 20 million rounds of auditions. So they have like, you know, one each month all the way to I think May or June. So try and get into like the first section, because then you're like fresh and they haven't just seen a million girls singing the same song as you with their legs getting up here that look exactly the same as you. You know, you're the first, you're fresh. You know, they're more open to stuff because they haven't been bored out of their mind for months. I'm sure they don't actually feel like that, but it's just something I've always been like, you know, I'd rather get there early. So when I sign up for my degree auditions, I'll be getting in like, you know, the first couple of slots just to, you know, get my face in there quickly. So with auditioning for EDA, I knew that's where I wanted to go, so I cancelled all the rest of my auditions and just accepted EDA straight away, which, you know, I'm so glad I did, because I knew this was the right place for me and I've loved it so much. It's just the most phenomenal school, but I wouldn't recommend doing that. Don't just accept wherever you get into. Like if you have just got into, what can I use as an example? You just got into Erdang and you liked the school, it was good, but you've got an audition for Arts Ed coming up, you've got an audition for Lane, you've got EDA coming up, and you're like, you know what, no, I don't know, like it was fine, I liked Erdang, but will I prefer these 3 schools? Who knows? So I always say go to all the auditions. I can't speak because I didn't do it. So unless you really, really, really believe that it was the right thing to do, like I did, I say go to all your auditions, audition everywhere, get your face out, and then choose which one is best for you, because it could surprise you. Like I said, you can literally walk into a school that you've been dreaming to go to and just be like, it's just not for me, which is completely fine, and like, you know, no one's gonna look on you bad for that. It's all about like personal preferences. So another thing I'm asked a lot is, what monologues should I do, what songs should I do? And you know, this again is a personal thing. I think for a college audition, do something you know very well. Don't bash out, don't do me. I'm pretty sure I've spoken about this before, but I literally chose my song and it was a complete one I've never sang before, and went to my audition, I was pooping myself about singing this. So yeah, it was a bit of a manic decision. I don't really know why. I've had like a couple of go-to songs I've go-to for everything, you know, they don't really fail me. I just went completely off the usual. So I'd always say stick to a song that you know inside out, upside down, while doing 100 jumping jacks and 5 burpees at the same time, you know what I mean? Literally know your song. Make sure it's in your range and you're comfortable with it. Don't pick a song that you've got to know where you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna hit this, you know what I mean? Like literally choose one that you feel so happy with singing, like you just like, yeah, do you know what, I'm fine. Like be comfortable. Don't be like, I need to sing a song that's gonna show that I can get my voice really, really high, you know what I mean? If that's not like comfortable for you and that's like a bit stressful, like am I gonna get my voice that high, you know, go for something that's a bit lower, a bit more emotional. I always think choose a character piece to show that you can act as well. Obviously you do get to do a monologue, but I always think get a song that shows your range, it shows your acting, and just shows you as a person. Yeah, and with monologues is, I've only just started doing this like for my EDA audition and like basically from like last year onwards, but I've loved doing it ever since. I bought a load of plays on Amazon. There's hundreds out there, just go have a look. Like there's so many amazing plays out there that I've read now and I'm like, whoa, this is so good. And I went through them and I read through every single play and found different monologues, and I was like trying them all out, see which was best for me. And then I found a monologue I really, really liked it, and it's from a play called Girls Like That. I did that for my EDA audition and I like loved it. I love doing that monologue. But yeah, so I definitely recommend, don't go on monologues.com and look up teen monologues and see what comes up, because they're so common. Like do your research, because not only will you know your character inside out, you'll know what happened before, what happens after, you know what subtext is going on, and you don't just know it's from this play and my character's called Wendy, which, you know, quite a lot of people do. So I really say like read the play, or if you do find one online, look, like dig into it, find the synopsis of the play, you know, if you can find the play, read the play. Like definitely recommend reading the play. Like I don't know how many times I could say that. Like doing that was honestly the best thing for me, because now I feel like I could tell you everything about that character. It was, yeah, it's a really good thing to do. So definitely with songs, do something you're comfortable with, shows you off, you know, shows that you can act. And then monologues, just know your character. Basically overall, just know what you're doing. Like, never go into an audition like, like, I don't think I know all my lines, or I don't think I can hit that note. Literally just be like, cool. If that song for you is Somewhere Over the Rainbow, yeah, sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, you know what I mean? If you get in and you're like, you know what, I know I can bash out Somewhere Over the Rainbow right now, do it. At the end of the day, they're not going to judge you completely on your song choice. Sure, there's going to be a little bit where they're like, okay, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, random. However, that's an amazing song. I'm not slaying Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and it's definitely like a really, really hard song. So if you can bash that out straight away, go for it, hon. But yeah, they're not going to like judge you. They're just going to be like, okay. With songs as well, there's a couple of colleges, I'm pretty sure Arts Ed are, where they give you a list of songs. So then you have to choose from the list, but I always say, like, take a couple with you. So have your song that you're going to sing, but also have your rep folder with you. And I'd say probably have a pre-1965, because quite a lot of schools will make you do that. Like, that's probably your first year at your school doing pre. So have a pre, like a ballad, just to show, you know, your lyrical voice, and then have an up tempo, which, you know, and then have your song, have an up tempo, have a pre-65, because then if they ask anything, you've got everything. Again, with the pre, if you feel comfortable singing legit, go in there, and I say go straight for legit, like give in your legit, because they will be, you know, they'll be over the moon. All colleges love a person that can, you know, whack out legit straight away. I wish I did more legit practice before going to college, because it's like knocked into you. You need to know you're legit. I also get asked how to learn lines. This is not really one I can answer. I can say what I do, but obviously learning lines is completely like different. Some people can literally look at a script, know it. Some people have to go over their script for weeks and weeks and weeks. But I'm quite a fast learner when it comes to scripts, but one thing I will say that really helps, and I know it helps quite a lot of slower learners as well, read it before you go to bed, like at least once. So read it once in your head, then once like speaking or whispering, because obviously it's night time, whispering the lines, just so you can get used to it and then go to sleep. Because if it's the last thing you think about, it supposedly gets into your brain quicker, because it's, you know, the last thing your brain processes, and then when you wake up in the morning, like, try your best just to like see if you can mumble a couple of the lines out or read it again. That's usually what I do when I get a script, or, you know, literally just spend ages just reading. Also with song lyrics, this helps me a lot, is I write them out. So I'll get a song, I'll write them out like a monologue, and then I will read them a couple of times like a monologue. Just also that helps you with your acting, just so you really understand the song, but it also gets the lines into your head quicker because you're copying a lot. So that usually helps me, but again, it's kind of a personal thing. Like, that works for me, but that might not work for Jen, or that might not work for Alice. I don't know who Alice and Jen are, just, you know. How to prepare for auditions. Personally, I'd say just get into as many dance classes as you can, especially ballet and jazz, because you know you need your technique, your foundations. So yeah, get into as many classes, just technical classes, as you can, just to sharpen up and everything, so when you get into your audition, or, you know, get into your first day of college, you're ready, and you know, that's how I meant to hold myself, that's how I meant to hold my arms, you know, I meant to pull down here, lengthen here, just because the little things, that's going to show you off much better. As if you walk in and you're straight away in your correct posture, it's going to look better compared to someone who's like slouching, just like, yeah, so let's get ready for this dance class. So just little things like that will just help you get the one up. Also, I'd say, like, if it's like beginning of, like, you're about to start college, go to the gym or work on your cardio, go to like dance classes, like high intensity dance classes, so like bass, pineapple, just because, you know, college is like a fast pace, it is hard, so just get your body used to it. Like, I wish I got my body used to it earlier. I'd also say get confident with performing, so do as many school concerts, charity shows, you know, showcases, choir performances, jam productions, just as many as you can, just to get yourself confident performing in front of people. That's something that I need to like work on. It's just like really, like, you know, making sure I'm more confident and putting myself out there more in singing. Again, that's just a personal thing. Like, if you find something for me, like if I find singing a bit more nerve-wracking, I need to get out there and start, you know, I need to start singing in front of people, you know, no matter what it sounds like. I just need to keep pushing. And if you're a nervous dancer, go to dance classes, you know, people are going to see you, people are going to watch you. I think bass and Pineapple and dance works and places like that are just so good, especially if you're a nervous dancer, because you know you learn the routine fast, which will help with your pickup, which you need in college. Pickup skills are so important. And then you stand to the side and you watch each other in small groups and stuff, and that will just slowly gain your confidence, which means when you get into your audition or your first day, you won't be as like you know, what are they gonna think of me, because you know, the more conscious you are about what people think, the worse it's gonna go. You know, it's just not gonna go well if you are like constantly thinking like, what are people thinking about me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that briefly helped. You know, I tried to get as much information out there as possible and kind of get like everything that I did before auditioning. If I've missed any questions and you have any, you know, get them below or DM me on Instagram and I'll get back to you, or maybe make a part 2. And yeah, so good luck to everyone who's auditioning, because there was a lot of you. So September, October, all the way through May, you know, make sure you are just giving it your best. Again, just remember, this is your dream. Like, you know, you enjoy it, you're not doing it for a chore, you're doing it because you want to. So don't get in there and hate every minute of it, basically. Like, you're gonna hate your time if you're panicking about, you know, like, can I hit the note? You just go in there, be confident, just be yourself. At the end of the day, like, that's all they want, is that they want to see someone, they want to see someone new and exciting. And you know, they're not always about perfection. So if you're not a technical dancer, just show that you can dance and you can move and have fun. Performance, face, so much face. Like, that's one of my biggest things. If you're a nervous singer, nervous dancer, act. They don't even care. Like, as long as they can see there's potential there. That's a big thing, potential. Like, and everyone's got potential, so just show them that you're willing to work hard and you're ready to graft and you're determined. Because at the end of the day, that's all they want from a person. Like, they don't need perfection. If they have perfection, like, what's the point? Like, there's no point training if you're already ready to walk into the industry. Yeah, so really work and grind, and you're going to be amazing. So yeah, good luck everyone, and I really hope this slightly helped. Love you all so much. Please like, subscribe and all that jazz, and goodbye.